this respected rival?
Have to be Darren Beedman.
Hi, I'm Darren Beedman, and I'm back.
I think Darren Beedman's probably the most aggressive rider I've ever ridden against.
If you want all the action on Sky Racing, stay tuned, January 8.
In the year 2000, and they're all set, stand by for a start, just waiting on the starting signal which is given. The lights go on. They're ready to go. And they're off and racing now. Gagarin came out only fairly in the middle of the line, and Vino Veritas near the inside, and My Tudor Rose the first to go. Moxie's Rose began well. So did the Grey Pride of Indy from Spun wider out, and Leaderman's going quickly at the line the first time. Now with about 2,000 metres to go, Spun went to the lead. Leaderman second. The Grey Pride of Indy third on the inside. Racing fourth on the turn out of the straight, Moxie's Rose, and Gagarin is going up 3 deep and going forward in a hurry. And Vino Veritas is next on the inside of Boy Campbell. Desert Action out 3 deep from What a Mess. My Tudor Rose on the fence, followed by Arcademia, Certain Sound, and last of all is Beacon. To the back, 1350 metres to go, and Leaderman took up the role of pacemaker. Led a length and a quarter. Gagarin Spun now third the fence, a length away. Moxie's Rose fourth. The Grey Pride of Indy fifth on the rail. Desert Action next, but he's 3 deep. And then Boy Campbell in the middle, and Vino Veritas on the fence, a length away. What a Mess on the outside of My Tudor Rose, and then came Arcademia, Certain Sound, and Beacon as last of all. They're heading up towards the 1100 metres mark, and Leaderman made play going to the top corner. Out by the neat length, Gagarin second, Spun third, Moxie's Rose fourth. Desert Action having a tough run out 3 deep. Pride of Indy on the fence, and Boy Campbell on his outside. A length and a half to Vino Veritas, followed by What a Mess, and then My Tudor Rose. Arcademia, Beacon about to take off 3 deep on the outside, and Certain Sound dropped out the last. They're on the side, 800 from home. Leaderman 3 parts. Gagarin moving closer. Spun's had a perfect run on the paint behind them, followed by Moxie's Rose. Desert Action. Pride of Indy next on the rail, followed by Boy Campbell. What a Mess. Then in Vino Veritas, My Tudor Rose, Arcademia, and then came Certain Sound, and Beacon went back the last. On the bend, 400 to go, and Gagarin raced up to go to the lead from Leaderman. Spun got off the fence at the right time from Pride of Indy. Desert Action, Boy Campbell, What a Mess, and Arcademia's down the extreme outside. Spun went to the front, 250 to go from Desert Action. What a Mess, and look at Arcademia. Arcademia sprinting quickly from the tail of the field, raced to the lead from Spun, and then Desert Action into the clear from What a Mess, but Arcademia broke away close to home, and Arcademia bolted in. Spun second, What a Mess third, fourth Desert Action, then in Vino Veritas, Boy Campbell, Pride of Indy, Certain Sound, My Tudor Rose, followed by Leaderman. A long way back on the field, Gagarin, which cut up quickly in the straight, followed by Moxie's Rose, and last home in the race was Beacon.
Well, Ruffy wins the first. Arcademia at 32.40 and 9.20, defeating number 13 Spun at 6.90 and 5 What a Mess 2.40. So 7, 13 and 5 after the first.
And they got rid of, or in fact did get rid of, Kieran McAvoy before. They're set now and they're on their way. And the first of the day, Wise Words will go out to the back with Dynamic Tycoon in the early part of the race, or Wyndham Tycoon. Getting away quickly, Trista Lake. From the inside gate leads Lord Grable, and Capuna, the favourite, up to third. Boyer in fourth spot. Then Dimarock, and Troubadours on the inside of Wyndham Tycoon, and 2 lengths away Wise Words. About 900 left to travel, and the leader is Trista Lake by a length to Lord Grable. The favourite Capuna third, but he's racing wide. On its inside, Boyer. Then Dimarock, a length and a half to Troubadour. Outside of him was Wyndham Tycoon, and still 2 lengths away Wise Words. Coming down the hill near the 600 metres, and Trista Lake about a half a length in front of Lord Grable. 2 lengths away Capuna, sitting third on the outside of Boyer. 1.5 to Dimarock on the outside of Troubadour. Another 2 lengths away to Wyndham Tycoon, and Wise Words 2 lengths back last of all as they turn into the straight, and it's Trista Lake flattens out a length in front of Lord Grable, ridden along. Third over on the inside, Boyer trying to get a rails run. It's not there at the moment. To the outside, Capuna now quickly putting himself into the race. Then Troubadour trying to weave a passage through, and Wyndham Tycoon. Trista Lake now tackled by Capuna, 200 to go. Troubadour's getting out, but Capuna took the lead from Trista Lake, and then came Troubadour. Wise Words further out, but the leader is Capuna, and the favourites prevails. Capuna first has beaten Trista Lake and Troubadour. Then came Boyer, further out Wise Words from Wyndham Tycoon, Dimarock, and Lord Grable weakened out of it. So 3 out of 3 now for Capuna. He raced handy, and He just has that burst which can really put himself into the finish. He was able to reel in Tresterlick, who had every chance, but he puts himself into the race as well. And Troubadour, who raced down near the rails, he weaved a passage through and will get third. So 2-3-1 on the first. The punter's spot on. That was first, second, third favourite in correct order on Super Tab. Kapuna's had 3 starts for 3 wins, trained by Colin.
And they're racing now. Star of Reason began okay, and first to go Mayo's Music near the inside, headed quickly by Tuscan Rebel. Star of Reason's going to settle third, then chip off the block, followed then by Power Vision Eduardo. Further back on the field, Noble Jackpot, Kisses Deep going up to the first corner, followed by Z Square, and last of all was Storm Scene. On the side, 900 metres to go, and Tuscan Rebel is the leader. Star of Reason strides to second, and there goes Kisses rattling up quickly with Noble Jackpot, and a change comes over the scene. 700 to go, Kisses races to the lead. Tuscan Rebel won't surrender the inside. Star of Reason third, Noble Jackpot fourth. Mayo's Music on the fence, followed by Eduardo, then chip off the block, followed by Power Vision, and then Storm Scene, and last of all is Z Square. Around the bend, Tuscan Rebel on the inside, and Kisses led. Star of Reason now into the clear on the outside, followed by Eduardo, and then Mayo's Music, and Storm Scene's the widest runner at the 250. Tuscan Rebel tackled by Star of Reason. Kisses next, Mayo's Music, and Storm Scene on the outside, but Star of Reason went to the lead. Storm Scene coming after Star of Reason. Star of Reason's just in front. Storm Scene's driving at him, and Storm Scene got up and won. Storm Scene beat Star of Reason. Third home in the race was Eduardo. And then came Kisses and Power Vision. Tuscan Rebel. The next home in the race was Mayo's Music, followed then by Z Square, chip off the block, and last home Noble Jackpot.
Well, the long odds on favourite down, Star of Reason. Storm Scene got down the outside and blew him away at 15.82.60. Star of Reason $1.10, and Eduardo third, number 10 at $5.60. So just
on Aviano, they're set. 2-year-old stand well. Aviano well behaved. Utrillo stood up nicely in 2. Mr. Conductor moving out wide. The problem's out deep with a runner who is pouring the ground. Again, they balance up. Started not right. He's still having a look down the line. Dispersed, well behaved. And the gates are back, and Aviano was a shade slow to go. He was last to hit the ground with Fearless Fred, and out very quickly on the outside, Mr. Conductor from Magic Coin, and Utrillo going up in the centre. 2 lengths to Folsom Street, and Aviano pinging up on the rail into 5th position from Inspire. They were followed by Ruski, who's well back with Disperse and Fearless Fred, the tail ender. Utrillo leads Magic Coin by 3/4 of a length, and out deep Mr. Conductor, with Aviano going up on the rail now to be 4th. 3/4 to Folsom Street, 2 lengths Inspire. Ruski has got a long way back in the field as they come towards the bend with Disperse and Fearless Fred. Homeward bound, 450 to go in the Beedman's back handicap. Magic Saint getting right up on the inside now is joining Utrillo. Aviano, Beedman's trying to shoulder out. He's going for a run. The gap's there if he's good enough. It's Utrillo and Magic Coin at the 200 locked together. Aviano on the outside's over 2 lengths away and running home well. Utrillo's just in front of Magic Coin. Aviano can't pick them up at the 100. Utrillo's about a head in front. He's drawing clear the last little bit from Magic Coin, and Utrillo's too good. Utrillo went home 1.5 length on the line to Magic Coin. Third prize Aviano, then Folsom Street Inspire, Mr. Conductor Fearless Fred. Disperse always well back, and Ruski didn't come on. He was last home. Well, for a fleeting second at the top of the straight, Aviano looked like he might be able to explode onto the scene. Darren saved him for one final crack at them as heads turned for home. But the other two were going strongly, in particular Utrillo, and ridden by Rod Quinn. The favourite has been a little too good for Magic Coin, who was third place behind Utrillo when they first met at Warwick Farm last time out. But Utrillo's taken that next step forward, and Rod Quinn fairly kind to him over the concluding stages. And this son of Quest for Fame, trained by John Hawkes, raced by Jack and Bob Ingham, who, of course, had the great Octagonal, whom Darren Beedman rode on so many occasions to many great victories. And here is one of their horses upsetting, along with Magic Coin, the return of Darren Beedman, who's run a terrific race aboard Aviano. He was a bit tardy at the start. There was a couple of runners playing up in the gate, and no doubt that just turned Aviano's concentration off for a second. And when the gates open...
Here's Dan Malecki.
And they're off. Aquiline was a bit slow to begin towards the centre of the track. Little Miss Marnie began quickly. Tiratoni trying to go with it in the early part. And also Crystal Finale's driving through nearer the inside. Settling just off the speed was Top Perch up into about 4th spot. Yorick has the rails running. In between horses is Gifted Ground. Then came Flying Abacy. Back along its inside was Leave It To You. See Me Again's out a bit wider. Aquiline, well and truly beaten for speed, is 3 lengths away last as they came to the turn. Tiratoni has the inside running and just leads Little Miss Marnie into the straight. 2 lengths away, Gifted Ground. Then came Crystal Finale the inside. Top Perch into the clear, running a race, and they were followed by Leave It To You. At the 250, Little Miss Marnie took the lead from Tiratoni. Top Perch running a race, and they were followed by Leave It To You and See Me Again. Little Miss Marnie in front. Top Perch is trying to wear away at it. Crystal Finale up along the inside, but Little Miss Marnie's going strongly. She's got them covered. Little Miss Marnie scores. Top Perch second. Crystal Finale, may have hung on for third in front of Leave It To You. Tiratoni weakened out of it, and then came See Me Again. Further back to Yorick, who never really got warm. Further back, Flying Abacy. And then Aquiline, who was well and truly beaten for speed. It didn't come on either. And Gifted Ground showed speed before weakening.
Favourite home, Little Miss Marnie at $1.80 and $1.20, defeating number 9, Top Perch at $2.40. It is a photo for third there after the running of race 2 at Sandown. Now,
Come up and they'll be set and ready to go. We're waiting for Our Silver Lining and Paddy Dapper. And the field then will be set and ready for dispatch in the Barter Card All Greys handicap. I think these All Greys, the first time I remember seeing an All Greys race was at Rosehill. And I think the public liked them. There's a good crowd watching the horses walk around before. And I think it's a... now this horse is about to go, and Paddy Dapper almost looks like a bay. And it's got to be officially a grey, otherwise you can't get in the race. I think the public like these All Greys, the Grey Stars. Anyway, we're ready. Might and Gold, the favourite. Stand by for a start. Predominantly white with a white cap, Might and Gold. Stand by for a start. They're about to break. The third on Magic Millions Day. Light on. Set. And they're off and racing. And Buzz Butler near the inside was one of the first to go. Our Silver Lining began quickly, and Forever Grand and Cranbrook's going fast. On settling down, Cranbrook raced to the lead from Our Silver Lining. Forever Grand settling third. God's Rule fourth, and they're going along a bit. To about 2 to Grizzly Supreme on the outside of Buzz Butler. A length away, Might and Gold midfield. 3 lengths away, La Philomene on the inside of Blue Gown from Seahawk Miss. It's a mile back on the inside of Paddy Dapper, and last of all, Grey Rama. At the 700 metres mark, and Cranbrook led. Our Silver Lining second. Forever Grand third on the inside. God's Rule in a close fourth. Buzz Butler fifth on the inside of Grizzly Supreme. Now Might and Gold's tracking up behind those, about to come to the outside as they get to the corner. Further back on the field, then came Blue Gown, Seahawk Miss. Paddy Dapper's a long way back with Grey Rama. In the straight, 300 to go. Cranbrook led. Our Silver Lining second from God's Rule. Grizzly Supreme, and now Might and Gold has pulled to the outside, running home. Cranbrook is still the leader inside the 200. Tackled by Our Silver Lining. Grizzly Supreme, and now Might and Gold's chiming in on the outside. Might and Gold's out after Our Silver Lining. Our Silver Lining, Might and Gold, they hit the line almost a dead heat. I can't separate them. Might and Gold and Our Silver Lining, and almost a dead heat. Third's another photo. Grizzly Supreme, Cranbrook, and the fast finishing Seahawk Miss. And then came God's Rule, La Philomene, Grey Rama, Blue Gown, Buzz Butler's a long way back, and so too in the race is Forever Grand, and last home in the race was Paddy Dapper. Oh, I'm not too sure from here. Not too sure. Silver Lining in front, Our Silver Lining. Might and Gold I thought was going to win the race about 2 or 3 times, and it has an almighty dive on the line. Now Our Silver Lining just in front, Pelling throwing everything at Might and Gold, and it'll get it. Number 5's got up to win. Number 5, Might and Gold, ridden by Mick Pelling, is the winner. Number 2, Our Silver Lining, Glenn Collis is second. And number 8, Cranbrook, ridden by Corey Brown, is third. The numbers read 5, 2 and 8 after the running of the Grey Stars. Well, what a great finish it was. Our Silver Lining getting to the front, Might and Gold staying to come out after it, and they hit the line, and Might and Gold on the outside just getting up to win. Cranbrook's run third, Grizzly Supreme's run fourth, and...
The jump. Good betting duel here. Gates open, Steel Point slow to go, and Contrary Lady first to find Terra Firma went straight to the front. Stracera began well, Artistry ridden forward and going around them. Ballius adjacent settles in 5th position. 2 lengths away is Steel Point on the inside of Dr. Sylvester. As they get going, and Dr. Sylvester's got Ryle well back in the field as Artistry moved up on the outside of Contrary Lady to share the lead. 2 lengths away is Ballius, Stracera back the fence, 4 lengths adjacent, 3/4 Steel Point and Dr. Sylvester. Coming down the side inside the 1,000 pole, and Artistry put on a good speed now, went clear by over a length on the filly Contrary Lady. 1.5 Ballius, Stracera on the inside as he tries to steady up in front, Larry Cassidy on Artistry. 3 lengths to adjacent, Steel Point the favourites on his inside, and 2 lengths to Dr. Sylvester. 6.50 to go, Artistry in charge by a neck on Contrary Lady, just edging closer. Ballius on the outside of Stracera, who's momentarily snookered, as is Steel Point. He's back 5th inside adjacent, and 2 lengths Dr. Sylvester. The race on in earnest now on the bend, 4.50 out, Artistry and Contrary Lady together. The bolt of Ballius peels 3 deep, Stracera on the fence. Adjacent's coming to the outside now. Steel Point's run into a dead end, and Dr. Sylvester. Adjacent almost came down there, ran into Dr. Sylvester. The gap's there for Steel Point. He's after Contrary Lady at the 200, and at that point Contrary Lady in front, but Steel Point's got it quickly. Then Dr. Sylvester, but de Montfort sent the favourite for home with 75 to run, and Steel Point is charging clear from Contrary Lady, and he'll win handsomely. Steel Point first, Contrary Lady second, Dr. Sylvester third, then Stracera. They were followed by Ballius. Adjacent was lucky to stay on his feet, got poleaxed at the top of the stretch, and Artistry, after leading them up, was last in. We might be able to go back and have a look at that interference on the bend. Dr. Sylvester has cannoned into adjacent, and
Stand well, a field of 8. Yangtze River the favourite. They're off now. Yangtze River probably the slowest out of the gates, but there's no need for her to go forward. Now, one of the best away was Rosehill down on the inside of Defence Force, Litmus, Joe Bananas, and now Chenwood allowed to stride. So there's a couple of horses want to race up on the speed, and at the moment Chenwood's out 5 deep in the run of the first bend. In 6-spot Listening's Joy, then Siri Nelg, and a length and a half away Yangtze River is last. So out of the straight they swing. Litmus going forward today. He just leads now from Joe Bananas and Chenwood. They're both pressing on around Litmus. 4th is Defence Force as Chenwood now strolls to the lead inside the 1600. Rosehill back to 5th and Siri Nelg on its inside. 2 lengths to Listening's Joy. Similar margin Yangtze River last. Chenwood leads, turning into the back at the 1400 metres now. He's out by 2 lengths to Joe Bananas. The speed is okay. Defence Force third, and on the inside of it was Litmus. 2 to Rosehill. Siri Nelg the inside. 2.5 to Listening's Joy and Yangtze River. So the 2 mares are at the tail end of the field. They've got 1200 left to travel. And Chenwood out by 2.5 lengths to Joe Bananas, who settled well second. 3rd Litmus on the inside. Defence Force around it. 2 lengths Rosehill. 6 the inside Siri Nelg, another 2 to Listening's Joy, and 1 away Yangtze River, travelling okay, but is about 8 or 10 lengths off the lead. Chenwood out by 3 lengths as they go to the 900. In 2nd spot, Joe Bananas. Then Defence Force around Litmus, 2 lengths to Siri Nelg, who's inside Rosehill, 2 lengths away Yangtze River, and Listening's Joy on its inside. Chenwood the leader going down the hill, 700 to go, and leads by 2 lengths to Joe Bananas, another 2 lengths away Litmus, who's on the inside of Defence Force. Siri Nelg's away from the fence. He moves up a bit closer. Listening's Joy tracking him, and then Yangtze River, and Rosehill dropped out of it. They round the turn now, and it's Chenwood just in front of Joe Bananas. Siri Nelg went up quickly out wider. Litmus was next on the fence, and then came Defence Force, 3 lengths away Listening's Joy. Yangtze River struggling at the moment. Siri Nelg dashed up to take the lead from Chenwood. Then came Joe Bananas. Defence Force battles on Listening's Joy. Yangtze River not in it, but it's Siri Nelg, 200 left to go. Got clear. Getting out of the pack, Litmus. Chenwood battling on. It's Siri Nelg with 50 to go, holding them though, and Siri Nelg will win it. He scores by a length and a half. Chenwood second, Litmus third, Defence Force fourth, and then Listening's Joy. Joe Bananas dropped out. Yangtze River travelled okay into the home turn and then found nothing, and Rosehill at the tail end. Number 4, Siri Nelg is first, ridden by Luke Curry. He just can't go on the wet ground, and his last 2 runs have been on affected tracks, even though the form guide doesn't suggest so, but there was enough sting out of the track at Caulfield last start, even though he wasn't beaten that far, and at Flemington the track was dead but deteriorated pretty quickly by that time of the day. His previous form was excellent, 4th to Tabaran in the Eclipse Group 3 at this track and distance, and prior to that chased home Depeche Mode at listed company at Flemington during the carnival. So it's no surprise to see him win on that form, and he
ready to go. Stand by for a start. They're off and racing. Kieran Guy dipped off the inside barrier, picked himself up quickly to go through to be lying in second position behind Theatrics when they go 100. LEP is going fast to join the leader now, and Kieran Guy eases to third. Big Jeffrey fourth, and Blacklock is fifth. Super Covered pinged out okay. He's in sixth position. He's going to get a lovely run. About 2 lengths away in the field, Blue Dash on the inside of Rocket Ball, followed by Sea Breeze and Major Salvo. And last of all was Count Arrow. Around the first corner, 900 to go. Theatrics the leader, a length over LEP. Kieran Guy's got himself on the box seat now, third. Big Jeffrey travels fourth. Blacklock is fifth, and Super Covered is sixth. A length away in the field, then Blue Dash on the inside of Rocket Ball. Sea Breeze going up 3 wide. And to get the last, Count Arrow on the outside of Major Salvo. At the 600 metres mark, Theatrics the leader, 3 parts LEP. Kieran Guy waiting for the run on the fence on the inside of Big Jeffrey, followed by Blacklock, and Super Covered's taking closer order. Sea Breeze going around them, then came Rocket Ball and Blue Dash as they turn. In the straight, Theatrics joined by LEP. Kieran Guy missed the run. Big Jeffrey went up, and here's Super Covered chiming in quickly, and so too is Sea Breeze at the 200 metres mark, and Super Covered 3 out from the fence, went to the lead. Sea Breeze trying to get after him, and Blacklock's in the middle, but Super Covered is the leader with 100 to go. Blacklock's getting through in the middle. It'll be too late, I think. Super Covered just in front. Blacklock lunged right on the line. He might have got him. By gee, this is tight. Might be Blacklock on the line from Super Covered right in the last bound. Sea Breeze probably third. And then Rocket Ball, followed by Big Jeffrey, Count Arrow. Then came LEP, a Major Salvo, Kieran Guy, Blue Dash, and last time in the outrace, Theatrics. Blacklock has burst through in the middle. I think he might have got up here, right on the last bound of the race. Super Covered was home, and Blacklock has burst through in the middle, and right on the line, heads up. He's got him, I think. I think Blacklock will get up here. He's got it. 6th the winner. Well, Super Covered drove to the lead here. The numbers are 6-2-4. Blacklock, Super Covered and Sea Breeze. And he was going to win here. Then Blacklock gets out of the pack. Geez, a hard horse to catch on his day, Blacklock. Super Covered in front. I didn't think there'd be enough time. And right on the line, Blacklock has got up to win. Another one for the bookmakers. Number 6, Blacklock at $22.30 and $4.40. Number 2, Super Covered, $1.50. And 4, Sea Breeze at $2.70. The winner will get there by a short half head at the finish.
Yeah, some big finishes at the Gold Coast. Not much joy for favourite backers. They've had one get home. But Blacklock gets up at $22.30, $4.40 over Super Covered and Sea Breeze, 6-2-4 after the 4th.
Miss Chris Amy stood up well and before and after drawn gate number 1, marking time. Blue Phoenix still at odds on the tote, $1.90 on the New South Wales TAB, now $2. $2 even money on the tote, and they're set to jump. Racing. Pearl of Sydney and Kirkstall Lane a shade slow to go. Before and after and Delightful Image wide out came out of the gate running. Another Misty, and on the inside Blue Phoenix settling in 4th position from Pearl of Sydney. Miss Christamy Trinket Time getting back with Melissa Mill and Kirkstall Lane last. Coming off the back, and Delightful Image put on the tempo, led at the 750. By a length on another Misty on the fence before and after. Wide out Pearl of Sydney. Blue Phoenix strung up badly in traffic. Going around it in the gold colours Trinket Time from Melissa Mill, Kirkstall Lane, and Miss Christamy the last one as they race to the home bend. It's the heavily backed Delightful Image in charge with the grey. Another Misty, the first challenger. Pearl of Sydney wide out. Blue Phoenix looking for a run. Melissa Mill to the outside from Trinket Time and before and after. 250 to go, and Delightful Image taken on by another Misty. 2 lengths to Blue Phoenix, and then Pearl of Sydney. It's another Misty hitting the front. Delightful Image coming back from Blue Phoenix. Another Misty in front. Delightful Image kicking on the inside, but the grey's got the upper hand. 50 metres to go, and another Misty's coming on to win by just on a length to Delightful Image. Blue Phoenix a length and a quarter third. Then Kirkstall Lane, Pearl of Sydney, Trinket Time, Melissa Mill, before and after, and Miss Christamy a long, long last. Winner of the race is number 3, another Misty, ridden by Craig Carmody, who can do no wrong at the moment. He's riding in splendid form. At $7 and $1.70, has beaten the heavily backed Delightful Image, $1.40. And Blue Phoenix never really looked a winning chance in the home straight at $1.10. Another Misty having her first run back for Bede Murray, who's got a terrific form a field of 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds in the last couple of seasons. He's got a nicely bred one down there. I think that's by Danehill as well. And another Misty, a filly by Al Hareb. You don't see too many greys by Al Hareb, but she's thrown to mum's side of the family, Misty Croney. And being an old Croney mare, that's where the grey comes through. And another Misty had a beautiful trail behind Delightful Image.
Locked away. Minerva running the favourite. 1,300 the distance, all clear given, and they're off and racing now. Cursail a little bit slow, Sorcery out the back early. Bellavita jumped well, and so did Perfect Kelly in the middle of the track. Avilda, third early. Pushing through Rickay, Minerva's off the track, and then Marzi Star on the inside of Sorcery and Volkster. 3 lengths away, Cursail. Perfect Kelly went to the lead. Sliding up on its outside, though, was Minerva, and Minerva takes a slender lead with 1,000 to go from Avilda, and in 4th position, Rickay, but 3 deep. Over on the inside, Bellavita, then came Sorcery around Marzi Star. 1.5 away, second last, Volkster, and the grey Cursail is last. Minerva's got a head in front of Perfect Kelly. Third, Rickay, asked to cover ground. And then Avilda on the outside of Bellavita. Sorcery now 3 deep, but not far from the leaders. And then Volkster, Marzi Star, and Cursail. They're well bunched coming around the turn. 500 metres to travel. It's Minerva in the centre. 3 wide, Rickay and Perfect Kelly on the rails. Right behind them, Bellavita. Then came Avilda in need of a run. Further out was Sorcery. 300 to go. Perfect Kelly asked for something. Kick back on the inside of Minerva. Rickay joins in. Further out, Sorcery. Then came Avilda. Rickay took the lead. After it, Sorcery the outside. Perfect Kelly trying to respond. Rickay narrowly in front from Sorcery. It's Rickay finding something. This has been a good effort. Rickay just in front of Sorcery, and Rickay wins again about a neck to Sorcery. Perfect Kelly third. Then came Avilda. Next home was Cursail from Volkster. Bellavita, Minerva, disappointing. Weekend out of it, and Marzi Star last. Rickay, number 3, Greg Childs, a good win. She has gone from strength to strength, this filly. Last start, she won here, beating Perfect Kelly. Was much worse off at the weights today, and she sat wide, and that's been a strong effort. Number 3, Rickay, 3 wins in a row, coming from a Kilmore maiden to winning here in 1 Metropolitan Win Company. To hold Sorcery, she's improving all the time, and third in number 4, Perfect Kelly. They're
about to break. The light goes on. So stand by for a start. Oops, Mr. Kabbalah is on the toe. Forward now. Off and racing now. Now Arimathea from the extreme outside is going to ease and go over towards the tail of the field, but there's a big bunch for the early lead. Real Force the first to ping out. High Rolling's going quickly, and so too is Emerald's off in front of City Fair. Mr. Kabbalah's not far away. Marty's Magic on the fence. Brilliant midfield, followed by Major Victory. Further back on the field then came Punt. Forgotten Hero going forward. Spends back third, fourth last, but wide. A long way back is West Express, and last of all is Arimathea. On the first corner, 900 metres to go, and High Rolling is the leader, and Hector Emerald's off. Real Force is third on the inside. City Fair fourth, 1 away, Mr. Kabbalah. Then Marty's Magic, Forgotten Hero going forward deep, followed by Major Victory. Brilliance covering a bit of ground. West Express on the fence, spins out deep. Arimathea second last, nearing the home turn, and on the fence last is Punt. 500 metres to go, nearing the corner. High Rolling is the leader. Emerald's off has gone to second from City Fair. Mr. Kabbalah deep from Marty's Magic. Real Force, Forgotten Hero to the outside, so too is Spend, and Arimathea's going to come down the middle of the track. Mr. Kabbalah went up to High Rolling at the 250. Emerald's off third. West Express getting a rail.